Sure. One thought I was thinking about was how a lot of times we are too humble or don't have enough belief in ourselves to be a leader, but we all have some type of unique experience that we undervalue, right? So for example, I've been playing soccer my whole life. That's something compared to probably a large percentage of the entire world's population. I could quote unquote be better than at soccer, and maybe I could have a thing or two to teach them about it, right? So for example, like I would just think, you know what, I'm a pretty average player. Sure, I'm a good player at soccer, but is that enough for me to go on YouTube and start maybe teaching soccer or sharing my thoughts about soccer? And I think just that decision to say, you know what, I do have some knowledge in soccer or some ability to play soccer pretty darn well. I should at least try and share some tips, share some information. And I think just that making that switch to be a leader, to be a thought leader, and to teach others, um, is very powerful, and I think more people should be empowered to do so, right? So trust in your ability to lead and teach, and specifically in business and in yeah, just trust in your ability to solve problems, help other people. Because, for example, Christian and I are doing this podcast right now because we jumped over that hurdle and said, you know what, we don't know everything, we're not perfect, and we're not the smartest people on the planet, but maybe some of these things that we're discussing are things that people haven't heard of, and it will empower, like, give them more information and enlighten them and empower their day. So I believe that more people should believe more in themselves to be a leader and put themselves out there, either online or in what any way that you would want in order to give back to the world. Really, if you want to start a business, if you want to, you know uh, make more for your family and things like that, just empower yourself and start giving value.
Yeah, I would agree with
Yeah,
that. Do
yeah.
you think that it makes sense for do you think everyone is cut out to be a leader?
Not everyone, but if your goal is to give back, look into your value and continue to get better, continue to build your value, continue to take action and get better at things, and then give back to the world with that value. Hey, I have free time and I want to give back to the earth. And I noticed that, maybe this recycling thing is an issue. Maybe I want to put my efforts there and trust in my ability to solve that problem and teach other people about, document my journey, right? Bring awareness to that issue. A lot of
Interesting.
people just are so, if they're anything like me, my guess is that a lot of people are just so kind of too humble to the point where we don't trust ourselves that we can solve the world's problems, and offer value to others. So just empower yourself a little bit and say, yeah, I can solve that problem, or yeah, I can teach people about that problem, or yeah, what I'm doing is interesting and other people it might inspire other people.
Yeah. Um, I think that's a pretty interesting way to look at it. Do you feel like that's the I don't know, do you think that should be someone's goal? Like should everyone's goal be to, I don't know, achieve something or enough skill or mastery at something to then be able to lead others in that thing? Do you think that's a good goal?
Not everyone's goal, but those who wish to bring more value to others and to themselves and to their family and to support their family, yes, but not everyone, no. If you want to make more money and put yourself out there more, then yes, you absolutely have to be a leader.
Mm. Yeah, I would agree with that. I also think that, to some extent, like it's hard, everybody's in different situations, right? Like sometimes just, break like just getting your head above water is a win for some people, but then for other people, it's like maybe they have everything they need to survive, and they're, maybe they come from a really good family or something. Um, maybe their goal or their version of a win is to find meaning and find purpose, and then someone else's their version of a win is, very, very big, grand, or whatever it is. But I think generally speaking, um, a good goal for all of us is to um, figure out how our unique set of gifts can kind of add the most amount of value to the world. Um, I think that kind of aligns with what you're saying. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, just kind of like this mindset of giving. We all have something to give, and find out what it is. And in giving, you can receive as well. So like I said, this is for people who want to, if you're content where you are, that's fine. Do your thing. But if you want to create value for the world and in doing so potentially support yourself and your family, then you absolutely have to make that transition and say, I gotta buck up a little bit and start doing some stuff and leading others.
Yeah.